Good morning and welcome to today's session of Moments with Clara. How are you today? That's a big, wide open question, and for many of you, you're probably thinking this is one of the worst days of my life. I know I've been there on days like that, and it's those times when I most need some encouragement. Now, last time we were together, we talked about discouragement and what we can do to kind of find our way out of the darkness of discouragement. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about what do we do when life just piles up one bad thing after another on us. And if you're listening to this video, I know that you probably have gone through seasons like that. I know I have. Maybe you've had, financial stress and then marital, the breakup of a marriage. Maybe you've had issues with your children, where they've gotten off on the wrong path. Maybe you've gone through severe health issues. And maybe then suddenly your entire world has crashed, like has happened to so many of us, and we've experienced the death of a child. And when that happens, when we have what's called a big grief pileup, it's hard to see the light of day. It's difficult to say, well, I'm going to wake up in a really great mood tomorrow. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to, lick this feeling of depression and despondency. It often doesn't work that way. And in your life, if your life is much like mine, sometimes these bad, hard things come one right after another where we're left with not even time to get back up and breathe again. So how do we get through the next day, the next hour, the next minute? Well, often something that I've learned to do that has helped is I take a mental break away. I have to. I walk away maybe it's at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, whenever I take a walk, go to a quiet place. Maybe that's where I do my screaming, my crying, my sobbing, my choking cry, the ugly cry as Oprah calls it, and just let it all out. There have been many hours in my life spent like that where I've questioned God, questioned my life, questioned the decisions I've made in my life, questioned why these things continue happening in my life. What did I do to deserve this? All these questions that we go through when we're experiencing a season like of such turmoil and hard stuff, just the plain hard stuff. And when I take this break away, I can release. It's kind of like when a teapot is ready to, blow the whistle, and that little part on the top just comes up and you hear that steam coming out. We need that sometimes. We need to let loose of some of the grief, let go of it, let go of some of the sorrow that's in our hearts. We can't be champions every day of our lives. It's impossible. So I also do something, and I'll just share it with you briefly. I take little mental pictures of good times when I've been going through a season of really good things, happiness, joy, and I let those flash through my mind, and when I'm really at my lowest point, so that I can remember that life isn't always going to be this painful, this hard, this despondent, this troublesome. That helps me a lot. Pictures help me a lot. When I look through pictures and I see times of happiness and joy, I'm reminded that life isn't always going to be full of problems and full of sorrow. I read a lot of positive things, and maybe you're having a day when you don't want to read, you want to pick up a book and throw it across the room. Maybe, excuse me, you don't feel like looking at a picture. It won't help you. Do what is best for you today. If that is just nothing but pulling the covers up over your head and crying till you can't cry anymore, just let it out. Find that way that works for you today, and remind yourself tomorrow is a new day. You can accept the challenges of life when you have gotten awake, faced a new day, and just look at each problem one by one and realize that you can get through this minute, you can get through this hour, and you will get through this day and chunk away at some of this grief. I hope this has helped you just a little bit. I know it's helped me a lot in my grief journey and in my journey of life in general. It is my hope and my prayer that some of these thoughts and ideas will help you too. Let's get through today in any way that makes it possible for us to. I hope these minutes together have helped you, have sparked a little bit of hope in you. And until the next time, this is Clara with Moments from Clara. Bye.